Alright, let's do Monk here. So, on Monk we've got two specializations. We've got Brewmaster and Mistweaver. Brewmaster specializations, the first one we'll do. This is a tank and damage spec. So once we choose it here, we will have quite a bit of health and decent attack baseline. Now, our Q spell with Brewmaster here is a taunt and gives us damage reduction, or 60% damage resistance for 2 seconds. You can't use it on structures, and when using it to boss, it will not taunt the boss. It will not taunt the boss for 2 seconds. It will only taunt it for a single frame. So 0.0625 seconds. Okay. As you level it up, you'll also have a longer duration and a shorter cooldown, which is important once we get to our ultimate. First, though, our W is an area spell that hits up to 3 enemies. Now we're going to try and get 3 enemies here. Boom, there we go. So as you can see, it hits 3 enemies, and it gives us a buff, increasing attack and move speed and, well, damage. That's a small damage increase, though. And as you level it up, the damage and attack speed buff will go up, as well as the actual spell's damage. Remember, it only hits up to 3 enemies, so if there's more than 3, you only hit 3 out of the bunch. It's random which ones it will select. Dash is your E spell. It gives you a burst of move speed, and it also makes you immune to damage during that dash. So here we'll do a lightning thing. I just mistimed it because it's actually kind of hard to time. And also I'm a bad player. Your E also resets your auto attack instantly, allowing you to auto attack again. Spell as demonstrated, that's you auto attack right again, and it makes your next auto attack to deal more damage. It scales up as does the move speed. It's got 3 charges. They gradually refill. It's a sweet time. Okay, your R is a heal primarily. It also gives you a buff that stacks up to 10 times. This buff increases your life regen and attack speed. Now you don't need to fully drink every single time. You just need to fully drink the first time, and every other time you can just tap the drink to keep the buff refreshed. It's a fairly powerful ability. As you level it up, the buff will get stronger, giving you more attack speed, and giving you more healing when you're channeling it. It's got a relatively low cooldown too. Your ultimate is where things get crazy. Okay, so every time you attack or resist damage, you will gain cooldown reduction. Now, doesn't sound like very much, but when you are max builds, you will have all of your spells pretty much off cooldown continuously. So I'm going to try and demonstrate that here by giving myself a level 20 here. So this is not going to happen until the Ultra Lake game. But, and we're going to teleport over to the boss once we've selected our spells. Let's get R maxed. Let's get T maxed. We'll get Q as well, I think. And we'll do some W as well. There we go. Okay. Let's get our R fully channeled there. I'm just going to cheat and teleport over to the boss here, so I can show this off here. So this is a taunt. It doesn't actually taunt the boss, but it will. It taunts the boss for a frame, but it doesn't like control the boss. So we are taking quite a bit of damage here. We need to start spamming these spells a bit better. But our E is able to give us huge amounts of mobility, so we can get out of the way of things. I say as I die. So you know, there's an element of skill that I don't have, but in general, Brewmaster Monk is very powerful for tanking and as well as dealing damage. Okay, now let's get on to Mistweaver spec here. So, Mistweaver spec is a healer, support, utility character essentially. You have a mana bar. It's always 100 no matter what your level is, so it doesn't matter how high your level is, you always have 100 energy. This is different than, you know, other characters or other casters that have their mana pool increase. It's important because it means that your reserve is limited the whole way. So let's just level up our spells here. Discipline is similar. This is the only spell that's carried over. Instead of giving us cooldown reduction on taking damage and on dealing damage, it gives us cooldown reduction on auto attacking. Okay, and we also increases our mana regen since we have mana. And it increases our basic attack damage by 2 for each level. So you can see I'm doing 22, now I'm doing 24 per auto. It goes all the way to 30 damage per auto. Now we're going to use our W spell, which is a jump. This jump spell is pretty special. We'll get back to it in a moment here. First off, we're going to cover the E, which is a channel and heal. Heals me, and it gives me this buff. So if I heal again, it will heal for more. Now E heals for percentage health. As you level it up, it increases the percent health. And once you get to level 5, it also increases the effectiveness of this buff, this Vivify buff, that increases healing received. So this is a very good spell for healing tanks. It's also incredibly good for healing like Necromancer Golem, which is 1000 HP, so percent damage is hugely valuable on that. Sorry, percent healing is hugely valuable as well as percent damage. So Chain Heal is a single target that bounces to 3 allies. Here, if I have Guardians that are going to die for me, I can first off E, to heal them, and then the second heal will heal more because they've got this Vivify buff on them. And there he is. Okay, so we'll do some more damage to this guy. Okay, and then we will use Chain Heal, so this will heal both of them and me because there's no other target for it to bounce to. R is after a second it heals them. Once you level this up to rank 5, it will also heal nearby allies. So we'll do that right now. Just get this up to level 5. It's also got a really long cooldown. Your Discipline's cooldown reduction is 4 times as effective on Farseer's Blessing. It's based on the cooldown of the spell, so the longer the base cooldown of the spell, the more this cooldown reduction will affect it. Okay. So here's our R. It is a 75 healing in an area as well to allies. That's the circle here you see. Once you get to rank 5, that is. Okay, now our W is Flying Kick. This is a very powerful spell. It's also very hard to control because normally it's just a jump, right? You can jump over terrain, you can jump around. However, it also kicks allies through, which we'll explain in just a second here. So, if you line yourself up and you jump over your allies, it will carry them with you. Now, I've actually just managed to miss them. We'll do that one more time. There we go. Never mind, I forgot. You cannot actually use that spell on, because we have to have, it has to be a real character. It's just because of the way I'm testing the game. Come back here. Come back here, AI. I need you. Yes, come to me. Okay. Flying Kick. Okay, so normally Flying Kick does this, but it wasn't working for me there just because of testing. Alright, we've also got 2 other spells here, which is Detox and Reawaken. We'll cover those in just a moment once I send in the assassin to kill everything. I should do this all the time. So assassin just keep killing them for me. Okay, so if you are attacked by, for example, ghouls, a notable enemy that attack people, you'll receive the debuff Grave Runes. Grave Runes reduces the amount of healing received, which is bad if you're a healer because your healing gets reduced. So we're going to run away and then cast Detox on ourselves to get rid of the debuff. And we're going to die in a second here. Repick! Okay. And then we have Reawaken as well. We're going to use Reawaken on the assassin here to revive them. This will bring back the 30% life, but it takes a long time to channel this spell. So. Also, the animation is very slow. Here we go. Back to life. Alright, that's the monk.